Morning everyone, welcome to this morning's Compliance Over Coffee. Talk about where you are, but we've got what looks like freezing fog here and it's very icy outside. If you're going out today you need to be very careful because I think it's going to be slippy. So this morning we are on the second of our document series, and so the first one was an introduction to what we were going to do, which was Tuesday, and today I thought I'd explain to you about how we're going to section them off, which is my must have, should have, could have description, and just explain to you what all of that means, what it means for you as sources, and why I do that. And the reason that I do that is because when you first start out, because finances are probably not finite and you want to get going as quickly as you can, you need to know what you must have. That is, must have, legally have to have in place. But it's also possible that some of the should have could fall in that as well. And when we go through the documents over the course of the next few weeks, you'll understand a little bit more about that. So your must haves are the legally required. Your should haves are, I would say, tagged along with the must haves for me. And we'll go into that in more detail when we talk about the documents themselves. And then my could haves, these are periphery documents, guides, extras, little bits of extras that we've developed over the years and we now use in our packs that you don't absolutely have to have from the word go, and we didn't have from the word go. But it would be great going forward for you to have a professional pack for your investors, and some of these documents in my could have bracket you might decide are for you and you want to develop some of your own. So I've broken down the documents into must have, should have and could have, but instead of me just talking about them sort of generally, as I have done I think basically before, is on this series we're going to go into a little bit more detail for you because I think that might be useful for you. And so each Compliance Over Coffee, we're going to take one document from one of the sections and talk to you about that document, why we use it, how we use it, and a little bit about how ours is structured. So I thought that might be useful for you going through the documents. So that's what we're going to do. So starting next Tuesday, we'll start with the document itself. I will tell you all about the document, why we use it, how we use it, and a little bit about how it's constructed, and also which category it falls into. So your must have, should have or could have. So over the next few weeks you guys can build a picture of which documents you have to have. Morning Mova, how are you? Have you got your coffee? Which you really should have and tag on with the have to have, although they're not legally required. And then the could haves, some of the glossary around it which you can make a note of maybe and look to develop for yourselves over the next 12 months, 18 months or so, depending on how you feel about them. So that's this morning's Compliance Over Coffee, the must have, should have, could have brackets and what they mean. I'll be back with you again next Tuesday when we'll start deep diving into these documents in these categories. But for now, have a safe day and have a fantastic weekend, and I'll be back with you next week. Bye for now.